Hello friends, in math class we're getting ready to start a unit on measurement. So today's read aloud is about measurement. It's called Inch by Lionni. If you take a close look on the cover, there is a clue to the title of our story. Why did they name it Inch by Inch? Does anybody see it? That's right there in the middle. There's a little tiny inchworm. So the title is Inch by Inch. One day, a hungry robin saw an inchworm, green as an emerald, sitting on a twig. He was about to gobble him up. Oh, don't eat me. I am an inchworm. I am useful. I measure things. Oh, well, is that so? Said the robin. Then measure my tail. Oh, well, that's easy, said the inchworm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches long. Just think, said the robin, my tail is 5 inches long. Huh. And with the inchworm, he flew to where the other birds needed to be measured. Oh, the next bird coming up is my favorite bird. I'll give you some clues. This bird is pink, has a long neck, and he likes to balance on one foot. That's right, my favorite bird is a flamingo. He measured the flamingo's neck. He measured the toucan's beak. He measured the legs of the heron. Let's see what's next. The tail of the pheasant. And he measured the whole hummingbird. Look at that teeny tiny hummingbird. One morning, the nightingale met the inchworm. Measure my song, said the nightingale. But how can I do that, said the inchworm. I measure things, not songs. Measure my song, or I'll eat you for breakfast, said the nightingale. Ooh. The inchworm had an idea. I'll try, he said. Go ahead and sing. The nightingale sang, and the inchworm measured away. There he goes, crawling, crawling, measuring, measuring. He measured and measured, inch by inch, until he reached out of sight. The end. What just happened? Wait a minute. The nightingale asked to be measured, and if he didn't measure the nightingale, what was the nightingale going to do? That's right, he was going to eat him. So the inchworm said, I can't measure things, I measure songs, but I have an idea. Go ahead and sing. Go ahead and sing. So he started to sing, and he inched his way as he was measuring the song. He got further and further and further away from the nightingale until the nightingale was safe out of sight and at a distance away so he wouldn't be eaten. Now that's some thinking. All right, friends, I just love this story, and I love inchworms. If you're ever lucky enough to see one in nature, they're really, really fun to play with, but you have to be careful. They're very delicate. So if you ever get an opportunity, lay like a little stick or something down so that it'll crawl on the stick, and you can let the inchworm crawl on you too. They won't hurt you. Just be very careful with them because they are so tiny. We wouldn't want to hurt them. So, inch by inch, measuring with worms. So I have an activity coming up that I want to show you, and I thought, oh, it'd be so cool if we could measure with gummy worms, but I'm quarantined in this house and I don't have gummy worms. So I did find something else that kind of looks like a worm that we're going to use to measure some things around the house. So I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back, mathematicians. I had told you we were going to do some measuring with worms. So in my cup, I have my worms. What does it look like? That's right, they're pretzels. But it was the closest thing I could come up with that kind of looked like a worm. So we're going to use our worms to measure. So I have some things I found around my house that I'm going to be measuring. So we're going to start over here with my Clorox wipes. Probably most of you have these at your house right now. You're using them frequently. So when you measure, you're going to start at one end and measure all the way to the other end. So I'm going to line my worms up. So there's one worm. So right now, take a look at that. Take a quick guess about how many worms you think it's going to take to fill up that whole side. So that's 1. 2 worms. 3 worms. Let's see if I can get another one in there. Ooh, so let me see. When I straighten it up, sorry, my camera got a little crazy. When I straighten it up, it looks like the Clorox is just a little over 3 worms long. So it's 1, 2, 3, and just a little bit of the 4th worm. All right, so let's come on over here. Now the computer is longer than the Clorox wipes. So let's see how long the computer is. Again, when you measure, line up to the corner or the edge of the object you're measuring. Lay them end to end straight. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if I can get 6 in there. It looks like the end ends right here, so it's not quite 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, probably 5.5. So the computer is about 5.5 worms long. All right, my next object that I'm going to be measuring is the hand sanitizer. So let's see. Well, that's I dropped you, okay? Did everybody survive? That's pretty cool. That hand sanitizer, check it out, is 1 worm long. All right, last up, the marker. So I'm gonna measure it. Let's scooch that over. End to end. And let's see. The marker is about 2 worms long. So if you have some pretzels in your house, maybe you have pasta, macaroni noodles, penne, anything like that, you can get to measuring different objects around your house. All right, guys, have fun.